You probably haven't heard a Ghibli album quite like this one. This is Ghibli Secret Hideaway. Welcome to Music and Anime, my name is Ab, and Rozen is the name of the composer behind these arrangements. We'll definitely be taking a look at the records and the beautiful packaging this is in just a moment, but what really excited me about this is that it's Rozen's first anime album. If you're familiar with his work, you know that every one of his albums have been video game music in a very cinematic style. So this being anime instead of video games and more of an intimate acoustic thing rather than a, very large cinematic thing is quite a departure from his regular stuff. And yeah, can't wait to get into it, but let me show you his other albums, some that I've acquired, and a keen eye would have noticed, a few in the background, and this one here. The Kingdom Hearts album, the Keyblade Wars, which was the album one of you guys recommended me, and I showed this in my video game and anime records video. I'll link that here if you want to take a look at that. Kingdom Hearts music in a cinematic style. I mean, come on. A lot of these albums are also done with Revan on vocals and stuff as well. Very beautiful voice, and yeah, she does a cover of Simple and Clean on here. Any Kingdom Hearts music I can get on vinyl, that's going to be a plus for me. We got a box set as well, and that I want to do in a completely separate video, but yes, there is official music from Yoko Shimomura on vinyl now, which is a beautiful thing. Crazy expensive, but yeah. Anyway, that's the Keyblade Wars. I really love the art that Rozen uses on all of his albums as well. I mean, again, the Keyblade Wars is a beautiful example of that, and the records are always beautiful as well. If I'm highlighting one track off of Keyblade War, Between Light and Dark, that's a great track right there. But that and Hollow Bastion, it's really good. But yeah, Between Light and Dark, check that track out, check the album out. I've got Crest of Flames, which is Rozen's Fire Emblem album, and yeah, just incredible stuff. If I'm highlighting a track out of this one, Between Heaven and Earth, if you know that track, I mean, already, it's incredible. There's a number of tracks in here that span across a number of Fire Emblem games, not just the one. You've got the Three Houses main theme, Awakening, lots of great stuff in here, and just check out that dragon right there. Just awesome stuff. But yeah, Crest of Flames. These next two, Rozen is a huge Zelda fan, and who isn't? I mean, I don't have a Ocarina of Time t-shirt. That's my favorite Zelda game. Call me basic, whatever. But yeah, these next two are based on Majora's Mask. With Time Once Lost, I got the Dusk edition. There's a Dawn edition as well. The Dusk edition is based off of, or at least from what I can tell, is based off of Skull Kid's Mask, with all the colors and everything on it. I couldn't resist, picking this one up. I also love that a lot of these, design-wise, have kind of like an alchemist feel to it. It's like that on the inside as well, except, they all have... Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this one... Yeah, I mean, just look at that. Beautiful art. Yeah, there's some of them where that alchemist-style design is like on the inside with all the track listing and everything. But yeah, the other one back there, really, really cool. The artist who designed that, it's obviously the moon that's falling and, dooming everyone in Terminus and all kind of stuff. But the silhouette of Skull Kid's mask in it as well, incredible design. The name as well, again, Children of Termina, really cool. The one that I have is the Third Day edition, which is this very beautiful purple marble. Really works with that Majora's Mask color aesthetic, and it is dead on that Majora's Mask purple. Now, you tell me which game you like more, Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, because I can't even play Majora's Mask without a guide right next to me. I don't know how people figured it out before. I know people journaled and stuff like that through their gameplay. I can't do that. But yeah, I've literally beat Ocarina of Time without a game guide time and time again. Just a great game, great music. Shout out to another album, Hero of Time. I also have that in my collection. But anyway, check out those albums if you haven't already. They are incredible. And yeah, going on to this one though, you can see some beautiful gold spot foiling with the name there on the corner. The cover art referencing My Neighbor Totoro, with the hat and the bushes and everything. The art for the digital and CD versions is different than this. It's the house, I believe it's Howl's house and Howl's garden and everything. So having different art on the record is pretty neat. The back is the same thing, but at nighttime with all the track listing there. You can see the eyes of the little creatures in the bushes as well. They kind of look like the soot creatures in Spirited Away as well. One thing I completely forgot about this, and which came as a surprise to me yet again. Not only that it's a gatefold and everything, but the inside has these windows. It's like the train that Chihiro rides in Spirited Away, except you can slide these out and there's different art on both sides, on all sides of the inner sleeves. I'm going to put the artist here on the screen because, oh my god, they deserve as much flowers as Rozen does for the arrangements here, because they just did an incredible job. I mean, the forest creature from Mononoke, this is, you know, my favorite scene in Howl's Moving Castle. I don't have one of the records that has that music in that scene. I need that music. I love that track. That piece is my favorite in Howl's Moving Castle. The one with Chihiro that looks like the spirit with the dragon in the background and everything, it almost feels wrong to have something that's not Spirited Away on one of these, being that it's the train she's riding on. But anyway, I had to put my two favorite sides on there. There's that, and then there's the records themselves, which are beautiful. The variant that I went with is the Secret Garden variant. This is translucent green with all these colors on it, and the inspiration for the colorway is Howl's Secret Garden. But man, these are some beautiful, beautiful records. There is another variant, and that one is based on the Kodama, or, you know, the forest spirits in Princess Mononoke. It's in electric blue and deep purple. Very interesting colors, for me, I think, because when I think of the Kodama, or, you know, the forest spirits, I think of white, you know, because they appear white in the movie. Maybe it's some of the colors in the forest itself while the, you know, forest spirits are around or something. But yeah, interesting color choices, I think, for it being inspired by the Kodama. But I don't know, let me know if I'm missing something there. But anyway, that is the other variant, and there you go. Getting onto the tracks, again, this is a very intimate version of the music from the Miyazaki films. From the sound of a very dampened, underlid piano tone, to the choices and use of stringed instruments like harp, guitar, you know, plucked strings, and edu in the album as well, all supported by a small ensemble of various instruments, and they are wonderfully performed. The tracks highlighting the guitar are especially nice, but my favorite track, and what came to me as a surprise for this, The Path of the Wild from My Neighbor Totoro, which My Neighbor Totoro is great, but when it comes to my favorite tracks from any of the Ghibli films, it's not first on my list. Like, I'd go, you know, Porco Rosso, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Kiki's Delivery Service, Howl's Moving Castle. Like, there's so many that I would say first before going to Totoro. So yeah, my favorite track out of this album being from My Neighbor Totoro, again, came as a surprise to me. Like, it really is my favorite track on this album. It's really, really nice. I mean, give the album a listen. If you've heard it, let me know what you think of it. And yeah, definitely one not to sleep on. So let me know if you have it in your collections as well. Also, let me know if you were able to snag one of the Symphonic Celebration albums. Of course, Joe Hisaishi's Symphonic Celebration. I got the Sky Blue variant. I didn't realize at first, but like the album cover is in that Miyazaki style and everything. For some reason, looking at it online, it didn't register to me that it was an art piece. I saw that these are out of stock on Joe Hisaishi's website, but on Dutch Gramophone. I'll link it in the description, but it looked like they were still orderable there. And of course, I had to get the collector's record on this very beautiful white and black marble. I put an inner sleeve here because getting that record off of this kind of like plastic is just god-awful. Really clings onto the record. So having that inner sleeve in there just makes it so much easier to take out. This record here only has 2 tracks on it that aren't on this album, but I saw online that a lot of people were saying that their copies of the Symphonic Celebration sounded awful, and my copy sounds impeccable. I mean, I was, you know, really worried about how mine would sound and everything. I listened to it in my main setup and my other setup here. Both setups I've listened to, it just sounded amazing. The soprano, Grace Davidson, beautiful voice, and Joe Hisaishi's daughter also sings in the Spirited Away section of the album. Each track in here, it's just like title of that movie, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, you know, Kiki's Delivery Service. And that's because they are medleys of music from that movie. It's not just one piece, it's a number of different pieces in sections in the album. But yeah, a lot of Joe Hisaishi music has been pressed and repressed on vinyl and everything. A lot of records out there to add to your collections, and let me know what you have. Keep on listening to the music that make these Ghibli movies so great. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.